Be me, Feminon, 19, thought I was different from other girls. Joined this Discord server for retro gaming because I actually like old Nintendo games, not like those fake gamer girls who pretend to like Zelda for attention. First day in voice chat, instantly became the main character of everyone's fantasies. Oh wow, a real girl who plays games. Do you have a boyfriend? Can you say my name in that cute voice? Brain started doing the Windows XP error noise, but I stayed. Figured they would chill out once they realized I was just there to talk about Metroid. Spoiler alert, they did not chill out. Server had like 30 guys, all between ages 16 to 28, living in their mom's basements. Leader was this dude named Tyler, who collected vintage gaming magazines and smelled like energy drinks through the internet somehow. Within a week, Tyler started DMing me essays about how I was different and not like other females. Told him I just wanted to discuss speedrun strategies, not get a digital boyfriend. Tyler said, "You're so mature for your age, most girls don't understand gaming culture like you do." Red flags so big they could be seen from space. But my pick-me energy was astronomical. Started getting invited to private voice channels every night. Guys would fight over who got to play co-op games with me. Became like some twisted gaming harem where I was the only girl getting passed around different party chats. Dude named Jake started calling me his player 2, even though we never played anything together. Another guy, Marcus, kept asking if I wanted to see his rare game collection over video call. Spoiler alert, it was not about games. Told Marcus, "Your personality has the same energy as a corrupted save file." He said, "Damn girl, you're savage. That's so hot." Autism levels rising. Nothing I said could turn these guys off. Started getting custom Discord roles like Queen of the Server and Gaming Goddess. Didn't ask for any of this, just wanted to talk about why Super Metroid is better than Metroid Dread. Tyler made me a moderator after 2 weeks even though I never asked. Said it was because I brought positive female energy to the space. Positive female energy apparently meant existing while having ovaries. Guys started DMing me pictures of their gaming setups trying to impress me. One dude sent me a photo of his CRT TV like it was a thirst trap. Another guy showed me his Pokemon card collection and asked if I was into shiny things. Told him, "The shiniest thing about you is your forehead grease." He said, "Roast me harder, mommy." That was it. I lost my last functioning brain cell. Started getting invited to movie nights, which was just guys streaming anime while making weird comments. "This character reminds me of you," they'd say about literal cartoon children. Told Tyler this was getting weird and I just wanted to game normally. Tyler said, "You're overthinking it. We're all just friends here. We treat you like one of the guys." Meanwhile, they do. Guys were drawing fan art of me as an anime character based on my voice alone. Never sent them photos, but they created an entire persona around my Discord avatar and vocal range. Guy named Connor started writing fan fiction about us playing co-op Stardew Valley together. In the fan fiction, we got married in game, and then he described our victory celebration. Told Connor, "Your writing skills peaked in middle school, and it shows." Connor said, "You're so mean, but I love that about you." This entire server was broken. No amount of roasting could fix their terminal brain damage. Started getting gifts sent to my P.O. box, even though I never gave anyone my address. Somehow, they internet stalked me and figured out my general location. Received anime figurines, gaming merchandise, and a literal love letter written in Comic Sans. Love letter said, "You're the final boss of my heart, and I don't want to beat you." Burned the letter, but kept the expensive gaming stuff because I'm not stupid. Tyler started getting jealous that other guys were talking to me. Began scheduling private gaming sessions where it was just him and me in voice chat. Would ask personal questions like what I wore to bed and if I lived alone. Told Tyler, "You're giving me the same energy as a Discord moderator who thinks being nice entitles him to nudes." Tyler said, "I'm not like other guys. I actually respect women. That's why you should give me a chance." The audacity was genuinely impressive in a horrifying way. Other guys started competing for my attention by becoming increasingly unhinged. Marcus started streaming himself playing games, shirtless, for better aerodynamics. Jake began learning Japanese because he thought it would impress me since I like Nintendo. Connor wrote a literal song about my voice and performed it during movie night. Song was called Discord Angel, and it gave me secondhand embarrassment so powerful I transcended mortality, tried to establish boundaries by saying I was only there for gaming discussion. Guys said we respect that, then continued being weird immediately. Tyler created a channel called Appreciation for Our Queen, where guys posted daily compliments about me. Compliments were stuff like, "She has the voice of an angel and the gaming skills of a god," and "I bet she smells like cherry blossoms in victory." Told them, this is exactly why women don't join gaming communities. You're all proving the stereotype. Tyler said, you're not like those other women though. You're cool. You get us. The cognitive dissonance was giving me actual psychological damage. Decided to test how broken they were by being maximally cringe. Started talking about my period, my relationship problems, asking them for dating advice about other guys. Thought this would finally make them realize I was just a normal human being. Instead, they became even more obsessed. Tyler said hearing about my personal life made him feel emotionally connected to me. Marcus offered to handle any guy who was bothering me. Jake started giving me dating advice specifically designed to sabotage my relationships so I'd stay single. Connor wrote a poem about my menstrual cycle and called it The Crimson Moon Rises. My ancestors were watching in horror from the afterlife. Things escalated when Tyler started hinting that he wanted to meet in person. Said there was a gaming convention in my state and wouldn't it be crazy if we randomly ran into each other? Told him the only thing we're running into is the block button if you don't chill. Tyler said, you're so funny when you're mad. I bet you're cute when you're angry too. Started getting messages from the other guys asking if Tyler and I were official. Apparently there was server drama brewing about who had dibs on me dibs, like I was the last slice of pizza at a LAN party. Found out they had created a separate server without me, where they discussed strategies for winning me over. Strategies included learning my favorite games, memorizing my sleep schedule, and taking turns being nice to me so I wouldn't get overwhelmed. They had literally gamified trying to date me like I was some kind of dating sim NPC. Told the whole server, you realize I'm a real person with my own thoughts and feelings, not a prize to be won. Tyler said, that's what makes you so special. You're not like those fake girls who just want attention. The irony was so thick you could cut it with a butter knife. Decided to do a social experiment by pretending I was getting a boyfriend. Mentioned casually that I was talking to this guy from my college. Server went into full meltdown mode. Tyler started DMing me essays about how college guys were immature and didn't understand me like he did, Marcus said. College guys were normies who would never appreciate my gaming skills. Jake offered to investigate this college guy to make sure he was good enough for me. Connor wrote a breakup song for a relationship that didn't even exist yet. Told them, this is exactly why you're all single. You're treating women like NPCs instead of human beings. Tyler said, we're not like that. We genuinely care about you as a person. Meanwhile, 3 guys were currently arguing in the main chat about who would treat me better. The lack of self-awareness was honestly impressive. Decided to leave the server but wanted to go out with a bang. Gathered everyone in voice chat for what I told them was important news. They all joined immediately thinking I was going to pick one of them or confess feelings. Told them, I'm leaving the server because you've all made this space completely uncomfortable for me. Explained that they had turned a gaming community into their personal dating pool. Said they were the reason women don't feel safe in gaming spaces. Tyler interrupted me to say, but we never made you uncomfortable. We always treated you like a princess. Told him treating me like a princess instead of like a person is exactly the problem. Marcus said, we were just being nice. Isn't that what girls want? Told Marcus, you think basic decency is flirtation, and that's why you're going to die alone. Connor started crying actual tears in voice chat. Jake said, you're overreacting. We were all just having fun. Told Jake, your idea of fun is my idea of a horror movie. Tyler made one last desperate attempt saying, you can't leave. You're the heart of this server. Told him, I'm not your heart. I'm not your queen. I'm not your gaming goddess. I'm just someone who wanted to talk about video games without being treated like a rare Pokemon card. Left the server and immediately felt like I could breathe again. They found my other social media and tried to continue the weird worship there. Had to block 17 different accounts across multiple platforms. Tyler made a new Discord account to message me saying the server wasn't the same. Without me told him, good, maybe now you can actually focus on gaming instead of being weird about women. Blocked him too and changed my username everywhere. 6 months later, found out from a mutual friend that the server had completely died after I left. Apparently, without their queen to obsess over, the guys had nothing to talk about. Server turned into a ghost town because their entire community was built around having a girl to collectively simp for. My friend said Tyler was still talking about me in other servers, calling me the one that got away. The one that got away from what? Your digital harem fantasy. Learned that being the only girl in a male gaming space turns you into either their shared girlfriend or their collective therapist. There's no middle ground, no just being one of the guys. You're either getting weird attention or you're invisible. Decided to stick to single-player games for my mental health. That feel when you realize you were never actually part of a gaming community. My face when you were just the entertainment. Be Me, 22, apparently the human equivalent of a tutorial level, somehow became everyone's practice boyfriend without applying for the position. Girls use me to figure out what they actually want in a relationship, then immediately upgrade to someone better. Story of my life starts with Sarah from my community college. Dated for 3 months, everything seemed normal. Taught her how to text boys, how to hold hands without sweating. Basic relationship mechanics. One day she says, "You've taught me so much about dating. I think I'm ready for something serious now." Confused because I thought we were something serious. She says, "Oh no, you're like training wheels. I needed to learn the basics first." Dumps me for Chad from her psychology class, who drives a motorcycle. Autism levels rising, but I thought it was just bad luck. Next girl was Emma. Met her at a coffee shop where she was crying over her ex. Offered her my napkin. Somehow this turned into a 6-month relationship. Spent entire time helping her rebuild confidence and learn to trust again. Taught her how to communicate feelings, how to set boundaries, basic emotional intelligence. She gets comfortable being vulnerable again. Starts smiling and laughing. Then hits me with, "I feel like I've grown so much as a person. I think I need someone who challenges me more." Challenges her more. Apparently, I was too understanding and supportive. She starts dating some dude who treats her like garbage. But hey, at least she learned healthy communication from me first. Starting to see a pattern, but denial is a powerful drug. Third girl was Jessica, shy anime girl who never had a boyfriend. Thought maybe dating someone inexperienced would be different. Spent 8 months teaching her literally everything about relationships. How to express affection, how to handle conflict, how to be intimate without dying of embarrassment. She blossoms into this confident, amazing girlfriend. Then says, "I think I want to see what else is out there. For comparison." For comparison, like I was a benchmark test. She immediately starts dating my roommate who learned all her preferences by watching us. Roommate basically got the strategy guide while I was playing blind. At this point, I'm starting to feel like a dating simulator NPC. Fourth girl was Amanda. Recent breakup from toxic relationship. I helped her recognize red flags, taught her what healthy love looks like, showed her that guys can be emotionally available and actually listen. After 4 months, she says, "You've shown me what I deserve. Now I need to find someone who gives me butterflies." Butterflies, apparently, my emotional maturity was too stable and boring. She starts dating some musician who cancels dates and leaves her on raid, but he gives her butterflies, so clearly superior choice. Fifth girl was Rachel, never been in love before, wanted to learn. Taught her about compromise, about supporting each other's dreams, about being a team. She becomes amazing at all the relationship skills. Then tells me I feel like I've learned everything I can from this relationship. Learned everything she can like I was a masterclass subscription. She upgrades to some finance bro who makes 6 figures and treats her like an accessory. But hey, at least she knows her worth now, thanks to my emotional labor. Starting to realize I'm like the relationship equivalent of a practice dummy. Girls punch me until they get strong enough to fight real opponents. Sixth girl was Olivia. Commitment issues from family trauma. Spent a year helping her work through trust issues and fear of abandonment. Taught her that love doesn't have to hurt, that consistency is attractive. She finally opens up completely and says she's ready for real love. Real love apparently means someone else because you feel more like a therapist than a boyfriend. Therapist, that stung because I genuinely cared about her healing. She starts dating some guy who probably doesn't even know her middle name. My friends start calling me the boyfriend boot camp instructor. Apparently I take broken girls and fix them up for other guys, like some kind of relationship rehab center. Seventh girl was Natasha, fresh out of college, no idea what she wanted. Helped her figure out her love language, her boundaries, her relationship goals. Taught her how to argue constructively, how to balance independence with partnership. She becomes this well-rounded, amazing girlfriend material. Then says, "I think I've outgrown this relationship. I need someone more established." More established. Code for older guy with money and a career. She starts dating her boss, who's literally twice her age. But he's established so obviously better than the guy who helped her establish herself. Eighth girl was Chloe, anxious attachment style, needed constant reassurance. Spent months teaching her self-love and confidence. Showed her how to trust without being clingy, how to be secure in love. She transforms into this confident, independent woman. Then tells me I don't think I need a relationship anymore. I'm happy being single. Happy being single after I spent a year teaching her how to be happy in a relationship. She immediately starts dating some guy from her yoga class. Apparently she didn't need a relationship with me specifically. Ninth girl was Megan. Had never been treated right by guys before. Taught her what respect looks like. what effort means, what genuine care feels like. She realizes her worth and starts expecting better treatment, then says, "You've set the bar too high, I need someone who excites me more." Set the bar too high by treating her well, logic has left the chat. She starts dating some guy who's hot but can't remember her birthday. But he's exciting, so clearly the superior choice. At this point, I'm having an existential crisis about my purpose in the dating ecosystem. Am I just destined to be everyone's stepping stone to happiness? Girl number 10 was Brooke. Emotionally, unavailable, afraid of getting hurt, spent months breaking down her walls and teaching her vulnerability. Showed her that opening up doesn't always lead to pain. She finally lets me in completely and says she's never felt so connected to someone. Then immediately starts pulling away because this feels too intense. Too intense meaning she actually caught feelings, and that scared her. She ghosts me and starts dating some surface-level guy who won't challenge her emotionally. Safe choice after I did all the heavy lifting of making her capable of love. Starting to think I have some kind of cursed stand ability. My stand is called practice mode, and it makes girls level up their relationship skills, but the side effect is they always move on to use those skills with someone else. Like Dio stealing Jonathan's body, but for dating experience. Friends tell me I'm too nice, too available, too perfect. Perfect apparently being a negative trait in the dating market. Girls want projects, not solutions. They want to fix someone, not be with someone who's already emotionally healthy. Decided to try dating someone who seemed more serious about relationships. Met Lisa at a bookstore. She was reading about attachment theory. Figured someone studying relationships might actually want to keep one. Spent 6 months having the most mature, healthy relationship of my life. Excellent communication, shared goals, genuine partnership. Thought maybe I finally found someone who appreciated relationship skills instead of just learning them. Then she says, "I think we're too compatible. There's no growth here." No growth because we were already good at being together. She wanted someone who would challenge her to become better. Apparently, I was already the final boss version of a boyfriend. She starts dating some guy who doesn't believe in therapy and thinks feelings are for women. But hey, at least she'll have plenty of growth opportunities. 12th girl was Samantha. Said she wanted something real and lasting. We build this amazing foundation of trust and communication. I think finally someone who wants to stay and build something together. 6 months in, she says, "You're everything I thought I wanted, but you don't. Make me feel alive." Don't make her feel alive. Apparently stability is the enemy of passion. She starts dating some guy who's emotionally unavailable and treats her like an option, but he makes her feel alive with anxiety and uncertainty. 13 girls later, and I'm starting to think I'm the relationship equivalent of a tutorial NPC. Everyone needs me to learn the game, but no one wants to keep playing with me after. Girls treat me like emotional training wheels. Necessary for learning, but embarrassing to be seen with long term. Decided to take a break from dating and focus on myself. Maybe the problem was that I was too ready for a relationship. Spent a year working on my own goals, hobbies, personal growth. Learned a guitar, started reading more, got into better shape. Figured if I became more interesting, maybe I'd be worth keeping. Then I met Zoe at a local music venue where I was playing open mic night. She was there alone, actually listening to the music instead of scrolling her phone. We started talking about our favorite bands and discovered we both loved obscure indie artists. She seemed different, more genuinely interested in getting to know me as a person. We went on actual dates where we talked about philosophy, dreams, weird conspiracy theories. She made me laugh until my stomach hurt and challenged my opinions in good ways. For the first time in years, I felt like someone was actually interested in me, not what I could teach them or how I could help them grow. We've been together 8 months now, and she's never once mentioned outgrowing me. Instead, she talks about growing together and building something lasting. She says my emotional intelligence is attractive, not just useful. Apparently, some girls actually want a guy who knows how to communicate and be supportive. Who knew treating someone well could be seen as a feature, not a bug? Turns out I wasn't everyone's practice boyfriend. I was just dating girls who weren't ready for the real thing. Zoe was ready for an actual partnership from day one. That feel when you realize you weren't the problem. You were just playing in the wrong league. My face when you finally find someone who wants to stay and build instead of learn and leave.